Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of English Reimagined. I am Lena, and I am so happy to be here with you today.
And I am Alex. Hello to all our friends watching from around the world. Lena, I have to tell you, I am feeling very inspired today.
Inspired? Why is that?
Because I was looking at old photos this morning, photos from 10 years ago, and I realized something. 10 years ago, I couldn't speak a word of English, not one word.
Really? But you speak so well now.
It took time, but back then I couldn't even order a pizza in English. I couldn't understand the lyrics to my favorite songs. But look at me now. We are hosting a show together.
That is a perfect example, Alex. You are talking about past ability, things you were able to do or not do in the past.
Exactly. And that is our topic for today. The word is could. It's one of the most common words in English, and it has so many different meanings.
It's a very flexible word. We use it for the past, we use it for the future, and we even use it to be very, very polite.
So if you're a traveler, or if you work in an office, or if you just want to talk to your friends, you could really benefit from this lesson.
Nice use of the word. You could benefit. That means it is a possibility.
Before we dive deep into the grammar, we have a small favor to ask.
That's right. If you want to support our channel, please click the like button. If we get enough likes, we could reach even more students who want to learn.
And subscribe. We make these long conversations because we want you to get used to hearing real, natural English. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's talk.
Okay, Alex, let's start with the most basic use. Could is the past tense of can.
Right. So if I say I can swim right now, it means I have the skill today. But if I talk about when I was 5 years old,
Then you say, when I was 5, I could swim.
exactly. What about you, Lena? Was there something you could do as a child that you can't do now?
That's a funny question. Let me think. Oh, when I was a child, I could do a cartwheel. You know, when you flip over on your hands.
A cartwheel? I could never do that. I was always too clumsy.
Well, I could do it perfectly when I was 10, but if I tried to do a cartwheel today, I think I would end up in the hospital.
Me too. My back couldn't handle that.
Could and couldn't for past ability. This is very important for telling stories. Think about your last vacation. Maybe you went to France. You could say, I could see the Eiffel Tower from my hotel window.
Or the food was so delicious I couldn't stop eating.
Exactly. It's about what was possible or what skill you had at that specific time in the past.
Now, listeners, pay attention to the pronunciation. We do not say the L. It is not cold. It is could. It rhymes with good or would.
Very important tip. The L is silent. Could, couldn't. Now, let's change the time. We aren't talking about the past anymore. We're talking about now.
This is where could becomes a tool for politeness.
Imagine we are at the airport. We are at the check-in desk. Alex, you want to ask for a window seat. How do you ask?
Well, I can say, can I have a window seat?
That is okay. It's not wrong. But if you want to be extra polite, you use could.
So, could I have a window seat, please?
Perfect. It sounds much softer. It sounds like you are a very kind person.
What about asking for help? If my bag is very heavy and I see a strong person nearby?
You say, could you help me with this bag, please?
And what if I'm in a city and I'm lost? I don't have my map. I see a local person.
You could say, excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?
I like that. It feels like you're showing respect to the person you're talking to.
It's true. In English, using could instead of can is like adding a please at the beginning and the end of the sentence. It's very safe. If you're ever unsure, just use could.
What about the negative? Couldn't you?
We don't really use couldn't for polite requests. That sounds a bit like you're complaining. For example, couldn't you move your bag? Sounds a bit angry.
I see. So for requests, we keep it positive. Could you move your bag, please? Much better.
Let's talk about the future now, or even the present. We use could when we aren't 100% sure about something.
Like the weather?
Exactly. If we are planning a picnic, I might look at the clouds and say, we should bring umbrellas. It could rain later.
You aren't saying it will rain. You're saying it's a possibility.
Right. It's maybe 50-50. Or imagine we are looking for a restaurant.
I say, Lena, I'm hungry. Where should we eat?
And I say, well, we could go to that new Italian place, or we could try the sushi bar.
These are suggestions. You're giving me options.
Exactly. Could is the perfect word for brainstorming or making plans with friends. It doesn't sound like you're forcing them to do something.
We could watch a movie. We could go for a walk. It's very relaxed.
But be careful. If you say, we can go to the park, it sounds like you are stating a fact. If you say, we could go to the park, it sounds like a suggestion for us to think about.
I love that. It makes the conversation more open.
Let's practice a real-life situation. Imagine you are traveling with a friend and you both have a free afternoon in London.
Okay. I say, Lena, what should we do today?
And I say, we could go to the British Museum, it's free, or we could take a boat trip on the River Thames.
Oh, the boat trip sounds great, but it could be very cold on the water.
True, it could be windy. Maybe we should bring our coats.
See, we used could for suggestions and could for possible problems. It's so useful.
Now we're moving into deeper water. This is for when you want to talk about the past, but you are talking about something that did not happen.
You mean the path not taken?
Exactly. We use the phrase could have, and in conversation, we usually say could have.
This is for possibilities in the past that are now gone. For example, last night I stayed home and watched TV, but I had an invitation to a party.
So you say, I could have gone to the party, but I decided to stay home.
Right. It was possible, but I chose not to do it.
What about a near miss? Imagine you were walking and you almost trip on a stone.
I would say, whoa, I could have fallen.
Yes, you didn't fall, but it was a possibility in that moment.
This is very common when we talk about travel mistakes, like your story from the last episode, Lena, about the flight you missed because you got the time wrong.
Oh, don't remind me. But you are right. If I had checked my ticket one more time, I could have caught that flight.
Or if I had been more careful with my suitcase, the airline couldn't have lost it.
Actually, for that one, we usually say the airline might not have lost it. But you can say, I could have put a GPS tracker in my bag.
Yes, I could have been smarter.
We also use could have when we are guessing about why something happened in the past.
Give me an example.
Imagine your friend is late for dinner. You are waiting at the restaurant. You say, where is Sarah? She's 20 minutes late.
And I say, I don't know. She could have missed the bus, or she could have forgotten the time.
Exactly. You are guessing about the past. You don't know the truth, but these are possibilities.
This is a bit more difficult for learners because you have to use the past participle. Could have gone, could have been, could have seen.
It takes practice, but it makes your English sound very advanced.
Lena, let's go back to our dream talk. We used would for this before, but we can also use could.
That's right. Would is for what you will do in a dream. Could is for what you are able to do in a dream.
For example, if I were a superhero, I could fly.
If I spoke 20 languages, I could work anywhere in the world.
It's about ability in an imaginary world.
Let's play a game. If you could have any super travel power, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. If I could teleport, I would never pay for a plane ticket again. I could have breakfast in Paris, lunch in Tokyo, and dinner in New York.
That would be amazing. If I could breathe underwater, I would spend my whole vacation exploring the bottom of the ocean. I could see all the colorful fish and hidden shipwrecks.
You see, listeners, we use if plus past tense, I could, and then talk about the result.
It's a great way to talk about your goals, too. If I had more time, I could learn to play the guitar. Or if I lived in London, I could practice my English every day.
It's all about potential, things that are not real now, but they could be in the future.
We have traveled through time today, Alex. We went from the past to the future and into our dreams.
Let's recap the different faces of could.
Face number 1, past ability. When I was young, I could run very fast. I couldn't speak English 2 years ago.
Face number 2, polite requests. Could you pass the salt? Could I ask you a question?
Face number 3, possibility and suggestions. It could rain tomorrow. We could order a pizza for dinner.
Face number 4, past possibility, could have. I could have won the race if I had trained harder.
Face number 5, imaginary ability. If I had wings, I could fly.
That is a lot of information. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, don't worry. You could always watch this video again.
Exactly. Repetition is the key to learning.
Well, Lena, I think we have helped our friends understand this word a lot better today.
I hope so. It is such a beautiful, helpful word.
Before we go, we have our favorite part, the question of the day.
Today's question is about your past skills.
Tell us in the comments, what is something you could do when you were a child, but you couldn't do now?
Maybe you could play an instrument, or you could speak a different language, or you could climb the tallest tree in your neighborhood.
Please write your answer using I could do and I couldn't do. It's the best way to make sure you remembered the lesson.
We love reading your stories. They are always so interesting.
Thank you for spending your time with us. We know you could be doing many other things, so we're happy you chose to study with English Reimagined.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell a friend about us.
Until next time, keep dreaming and keep practicing.
See you in the next lesson.
Bye-bye.